Yo, what's up, my Mafia mamas out there? That's right, I'm about to talk about the most anticipated movie of the year. For sure of this week, if you can't say of the year. No one gives a fuck about Renfield, or Nicolas Cage is a Dracula. No one cares about the Pope's Exorcist. No one cares about Nefarious. No one cares about Stillwater. We don't give a fuck. It's about the Mafia Mama, played by the best actress ever, Toni Collette. I like how I said that sarcastically. She might be like one of my favorite actresses ever. Genuinely, she's so fucking good in everything, including this. So, basically, Mafia Mama, I've been getting this trailer a shitload. A bit too much, honestly, to a point where I was like, I hope this movie just comes out soon, because I'm fucking tired of it, of this trailer being seen. And, not that it's a bad trailer, I think it's like chuckle-worthy, and every time I say trailer, I'd be like, that looks like it could be a decent, fun time, like a solid 6 out of 10, whether it's messy or not. Toni Collette looks like she's having fun. It looks like it'll have some chuckles. That doesn't look horrible. And now, I think AMC's, maybe even Cinemarks too, are hosting early access screenings to go see it today. Today's Tuesday. It's the 11th? I think it's the 11th. So, I was like, oh shit, I could get this out of the way 3 days early. I was going to see it on Friday, but if I can use my A-list today, and I actually had work for an early shift, like for once in my life, I could actually go see this today, and I got it out of the way. So I can go watch movies I can actually see more movies this week than I planned. I was originally just going to do Renfield, Pope's Exorcist, and Mafia Mama. But since I saw Mafia Mama now, I can use my tickets this weekend, hopefully to go see not only Renfield, but the Pope's Exorcist and Suzume. I think, is it Suzume, the new anime film from the people who did, like, Your Name and stuff. And I want to go see that one if I have the chance. If I can't see that one, I'll just settle for another, like, smaller movie, like Nefarious or something. But the point is, I can see an extra movie if I got this done today. So I went to the theater. I asked my two friends if they wanted to go. Because we've been talking about, like, oh, this is going to be so slay. It's going to be so fucking good. We were meaning that, like, jokingly. We thought it was going to be, like, okay. But we all, let me just say, I've heard pretty bad things. I was hearing some people who got to see it at Regal when they did an early screening called Monday Mystery Screenings. It was probably the one, was it yesterday? Or it might have been even a week ago. And I was hearing people say that it was genuinely, like, the most unfunny movie they've ever seen. They thought it was horrible. Structure-wise, story-wise, yes, this is a terrible film. In fact, I can't tell you the plot because it is such a mess. I can basically tell you that this mom, her son just went to college, she caught her husband cheating on her. So she's kind of just like a single mother at this point in time. She doesn't, like, actually divorce him, but we can call her a single mother. Toni Collette, Kristen is her name. She ends up getting a call that her grandfather has passed away. He ends up being the leader of the, oh my god, is it Babano? I already forgot the name of the family. Babano family. And he passed away due to the Romanos killing him. And both their Mafia Dons had died. Mafia Don being, like, the leader, if you know The Godfather and shit. Which is joked about a few times in this movie. So she has to take over as Mafia Don, which is why, like, the tagline of the movie is Suburban Mom to Mafia Don. Oh, it's a stupid tagline, but it's clever, and it's exactly what the movie is. And now she's taking over as leader of the Mafia, and then within, like, they have to make peace with the Romanos. And here's the thing, like, that plot is settled probably 40 minutes in, and then we have 50 minutes that is built upon really weak exposition, no actual story. Like, at a point I was like, this is really boring. The only thing that's fun is Toni Collette is having fun, and she's making me chuckle. But the editing, the action, the story, all looks like shit and does not make any sense at all. But because Toni Collette is having so much fun, I was having so much fun. There were times where me and my friends, like, died laughing at just, like, little bits she does. Her facial expressions, her just character, movement, her energy, it's so fucking perfect. Toni Collette knows how to nail, like, any kind of role, whether it's a mother role or not. But she really knows how to nail moms. Like, that sounds wrong. Nail moms. No. She really knows how to perfect playing a mom character. In Hereditary, it's like, oh, she's like a very traumatized, fucked up mom in the head, and her bits in that movie scared the shit out of me. I literally just watched Hereditary not too long ago. It's a fucking nightmare still, and she's incredible. incredible in it, and every time I watch it, she scares the shit out of me. But then I can go watch Knives Out, and I'm like, okay, she's a mom who only cares kind of for one thing, is to have her money, because she kind of blows it all, and she's having this, like, failed business. Her role is so minimal. She kind of plays a combination of the character she plays in Knives Out meets, like, but she's not a bitch, you know what I mean? It's like, she has that energetic, dumb white woman feel, that goofy white woman, 40-year-old mom feel, but she manages to, like, play it kind of perfectly, where you're like, oh, she's so lovable and cute, almost like a Barb and Star, as my friends were saying. And I got Barb and Star vibes from this. It's nowhere near as good as that. That movie is a fucking masterpiece. And actually, weirdly enough, while its story is dumb, it has a really good story that actually is consistent. Unlike a movie, this movie's so simple. You could have easily written out a way better story, but, like, the editing and pacing, it feels like shit was cut out. And if it hadn't felt like that, I would be, like, praising this to be a great movie. Because really, it is the visual look of the film. It looks pretty ugly, stylized-wise. The music never fits. The editing is really fucking lame. Like, it's quick editing, and at times it's really ugly. There's a montage, but I shit you not, like, 40 fades in it, and I was just like, I get what we're going through here, and it has that stylized of almost like a 90s drama, when they would always use fades during, like, a romance scene constantly. And it looked like that, but we're going over, like, 3 months of her life being there in this time, and you don't really know. You could assume it's like 4 weeks. You could assume it's like a year. You don't know how long it is until they tell you, hey, I've been here for a few months. I've been dating Lorenzo for 3 months. I'm like, I just wouldn't have known that unless you told me, because, like, this movie is such a mess. And it's just like, it's not a good way to do visual storytelling. I think there's a better way to visually tell the story. Instead, they just have to explain everything to you. And even when they explain stuff sometimes, it makes no fucking sense. Like, little setups here were like, why did her friend show up to Italy? When the fuck did she get that call? When was Bianca shot? What happened to all these characters in, like, the time being? And they never explain it. But that's okay, because it's pretty goddamn funny. And every time Toni Collette opens her mouth on screen, I was at least smiling, if not chuckling, if not gut-busting laughing. There was 2 scenes. Both of them were the attack scenes, like scenes where she was going to get murdered, like early on in the movie, where I thought both those scenes were, like, incredibly funny. I did enjoy her friend character, although it makes no sense when she shows up near the ending, but I enjoyed her character. And I also really enjoyed the 2 bodyguards. I thought they were funny. So, overall, I'm basically just complimenting the fuck out of Toni Collette. Yes, I am. That is basically all I am doing. But, and there is a but here, it is a really bad movie in a technicality, storytelling, visual level. It is like a 3 out of 10 movie mixed with like an 8 out of 10 Toni Collette performance, and me and my friends had fun. So I'm going to say, fuck it. I'm going to say this is a fun movie. I enjoyed watching it. I wouldn't mind seeing it maybe one more time. Like, I actually saw that the Blu-ray, because we use this thing called Ingram at where I work at this video store, and we can get, like, kind of the movies cheaper in, so we can buy in bulk or inventory. And I know we're going to get probably like a few of these ordered, and the Blu-ray is only like $11, so I might take my advantage and buy me a copy. Like, I didn't think it was that bad. At $11 is pretty cheap for like a new release, day-on-date Blu-ray, and it's going to hit Blu-ray, I believe, in like a month and a half. So, like, yeah, I thought this was a cute movie. I got a lot of chuckles. I think my mom would enjoy it, even though the story's a complete mess. It's just because Toni Collette is just so charming and likable. Like, really, like, this bitch should have gotten an Oscar for Hereditary. Obviously, people, I'm sure y'all there all know she didn't, but she should have 100% gotten an Oscar, because she's that good at Hereditary. Shit, she's so convincing in this, she's actually, like, carrying the film for me hating it. Like, I actually had a fun time and would watch it again. I'm not saying it's going to be, like, an all-time favorite. It didn't even rank, like, in my top 10 so far this year out of the 22 movies I've seen. It's, like, my number 15 or 16. But that being said, I still had quite a fun time. And, yeah, if you can get, like, a matinee ticket and the trailer looks up your alley, I say go see it. You'll probably have a fun time. I'm expecting this to get pretty negative reviews. I wouldn't be shocked if it's around the 30% range on Rotten Tomatoes. But again, I'm sure the average score would be like a 5 or something. I thought this was a fun time. I can't shit on it that bad. If people think it's absolutely awful, that's them. But I had a fun time. I love you, Toni Collette. Toni Collette is Mafia Mama in theaters, wide release this Friday. Who knows? Maybe I'll like Renfield more and Pope's Exorcist more or Suzumi more. I don't know. But for right now, it's the only movie I've seen that comes out later in this weekend. I got an early screening of it, so fuck it. We'll say it's my favorite movie of the week so far. Boom. Because the week really just started and I haven't seen anything else. Yeah. So I did this review before my Mario review. I will review Mario. Don't be concerned. I'm gonna review the Mario movie. I'm gonna review it. I'm already behind on D&D. I'll probably just have to wait for that to get a Blu-ray for me to do a discussion of it. I don't think I reviewed it. Did I review D&D? I don't think I reviewed D&D. I've had so much going on at school, and then the time seeing these movies. So like between those two things, I can't review every movie in time. But I will review Mario. It's a big one. I'm sure some people want to hear my thoughts on it. So yeah, expect a Mario review in a couple days, and I'm seeing a lot this week, so probably expect some other reviews for like Renfield and Pope's Exorcist and stuff. And yeah, I just got home, so that's the end of this video. Mafia Mama, 6 out of 10, pretty solid time. Thank you, Tony Collette, for being great. Otherwise, I probably would have been a completely different review right now.